Although we managed to salvage this episode, we are still having some audio issues. As we work to resolve the issue, we ask for your patience and understanding. Thank you, and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to the Barley Roast. I'm Lee Fabian.
I'm Damian Coleman.
I'm really sleepy.
Hi, Sleepy.
Hi.
Same.
I'm Lee.
Same,
Hi, Lee.
but all in the...
I'm
all
Philip Morgan.
sacrificing the sake of entertainment.
So for those of you that don't follow us on Facebook, we had some audio issues in the previous
issues.
episode, so we didn't upload
Audio,
for a little bit.
Video,
But we're back.
Yeah,
We're
audio,
back. It feels like
video.
forever, but
we're back. It's been what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
But we're back.
16 years, 36 years!
It's been 10,000 years.
What year is it?
What is it? 26 years! Is that what he says? That's what it is.
I don't remember
honestly,
at all.
yeah.
It's been a long time.
What are we drinking today, Lee?
Today we are drinking 21st Amendment Brewery.
Brew free or die.
Yeah,
The
this is brew free or die.
21st
It's a blood orange
Amendment.
IPA.
I hate blood orange.
I was gonna say, this one is one of these doesn't have a good mark in my book off the bat because I am not a fan of blood orange either.
Hate.
So,
Well, we're gonna have some low marks on this one then.
but
I hate blood orange.
but we have some awesome art of Abraham Lincoln squishing some blood oranges. So
He's not just squishing.
Maybe-
He's destroying.
maybe it'll
Look at
taste
that,
like
look at that.
emancipation.
He's destroying that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's freeing people.
This beer is going to taste like
emancipation.
emancipation and abolish
I meant to say that, and my mouth went.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation proclamation. Okay, let's do it.
Proclamation, emancipation. Oh yes,
Let's see how much you guys hate it.
Do you like blood orange? Are you
I
a
do.
fan of
I
blood
hate
orange?
it. I already smell it. I hate it.
Yeah, you always smell for blood orange in it.
Ooh, I hate it. It's not bad. It's got a nice little citrus aftertaste. It's not super bloody in the blood orange taste that normally is blood orange / cantaloupe most of the time.
Yeah,
But I hate it.
I like it.
It's got a good orange flavor though.
I enjoy it.
It's okay.
It's
okay. No,
Damien,
okay.
it's a solid okay.
It's a solid okay.
Solid okay. If you like blood orange, you're gonna love it. If you don't like blood orange, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, that's
We
accurate.
had this conversation a few episodes ago, many a moon ago, about how I hate blood orange.
I don't remember that at all.
It's okay. My friend Sarah brought this up, and she'll probably bring it up
feel like-
about it.
I feel like the blood orange.
possible.
I feel like the blood orange enhances the hops.
It kind of does.
Yeah, it goes like blood orange
It's
and
the citrus.
hops.
It's
go
the
really well
citrus that
together.
kind of helps boost the flavor of the hops.
Yes, it is very very hoppy, in my opinion at least.
No, it's just really citrusy.
Yeah, it's more citrusy than hoppy.
Hoppy is more of like a.
Yeah, what you're tasting is all the citrus that's in it.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, second taste, it tasted more citrusy.
yeah, that's where all
Yeah.
that bite is coming from.
the boit.
It's such a concentrated taste of citrus
It
It
is.
really is.
that it almost tastes kind of bitter. Maybe I'm just crazy.
It's kind of. It reminds me of like orange peels, a little bit.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. That's a good
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the zest
Yeah.
possessed, yes.
of the orange. Orange zest.
Yeah. That's the word I couldn't think of.
Actually, you know what? Second sip. That's pretty good.
Kind of grows on you.
Yeah.
I'll probably
On
drink all
second
of it.
sip already?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna
7%?
drink all of it. Yeah, it's pretty hefty. It's a 7%.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even notice.
I don't know what we're drinking. The other one is. It's German. It's German. Most of the label's in German.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 5-6 words in English, and that's it.
I've never,
Well,
I've never
we'll get to that on the
noticed
next
Oh,
episode.
I've never
God.
noticed that Mount Rushmore is on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of their artwork is all like patriotic.
Yeah,
shit.
all of them. I've seen them before.
Yeah. I really like their artwork too. They have really good artwork.
Blame my Britishness, but is Abraham Lincoln part of the Mount Rushmore?
He is.
Is he?
Pretty sure.
Pardon my
Like-
Britishness. My friend Marshall was like, "Is Damien British?" I'm like, "Yes, he is." I love that fact that you just said that. That's so great. Pardon my Britishness.
The fact that you use the word pardon instead of like excuse or forgive, like,
Sorry,
That
I
was
went
great. I love
full
it.
Britishness.
Don't stop. You're adorable.
Okay, let's do this.
All right.
yeah, let's draw a
Movie.
topic.
Oh, one of our maybe 4 topics. Dun-dun.
Send us more topics.
Please.
anything.
Yeah, like, it doesn't
I
matter.
ain't write any of
Anything.
these, so this is a mystery.
When was the first time you had butt sex?
Well, I haven't.
Well, I haven't.
Ghosts and
Ghosts
stuff.
and stuff.
Ghosts and stuff for the third and final attempt.
Because the second one didn't go through.
Tried to make a Ghost and Stuff Part 2.
Yeah, and that episode ended up getting fucked over by the audio.
Jesus, dead Mao, Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that the one? Yeah. I
Yep.
think I messed up
Yes, it was.
my audio.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
So, okay, yeah. Third, final time. Third time's a charm. Ghosts and
sorry.
stuff.
Are you
So
about to put it
could
back
be-
in the cup?
It could be... Oh, yeah, I was going to squish it into a little bottle.
I
4 hours of sleep.
will never,
Um,
ever, and I don't care that it's made by Hasbro, I don't care, will ever own a Ouija board of any sort, of any kind, of any
I won't anymore.
design.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Ever.
Oh, I
this
made it.
this is in relation to Damien's Ghosts and Stuff story, where
No,
Yeah.
I mean, in relation, yes, because of the Ouija board story that you have, but no, I will never.
do you want to tell that story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's wait for
Let's
this-
do it.
Let's do it. Let's go on a train ride to Spookyville. It's now Oktoberfest, actually. This is pretty...
Like spooks.
Well, Oktoberfest from when we're recording
Yeah, when we're
this.
recording. Yeah, so this is appropriate.
This is pretty appropriate.
Time for spooks.
Time for spooks. So I was like, it was my friend, one of my best friend's birthday parties. He lived right next door to me. His name's Justin.
Okay.
Hi, Justin. If you
Hello,
watch.
Justin.
But it was his 19th birthday.
Okay.
19th or 18th birthday.
Either one.
Either one.
Doesn't matter.
But we were it was his birthday party. It was a nice little tiny little get together. No drinking or anything, just nice sober
Well, you were
teenage
underage.
fun. Hey, yeah, true. But
Of course you didn't drink when you were
yeah,
underage.
what the heck?
You're not some kind of delinquent.
I'm a delinquent.
I'm a
So
hooligan
your story.
sometimes. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
And at the end of and we decided that there was this house at the end of the road. It was abandoned. It was abandoned. No one had lived in it for years. It'd probably been like 5-6 years since
So you
anyone even
went to
lived in
go
it.
explore it, obviously.
Of course. But what do you do if there's an abandoned house on your road? You go explore it.
With my experience, a lot of people just go into the abandoned home and fucking destroy them.
I've done that too.
Damien, no!
Come get me, coppers.
Oh my god.
But
Oh man.
and
What's the statute of limitation in Florida?
I don't know. Maybe this will come back up in like 10 years. But
Okay.
but anyway, so we decided that my friend CJ brought a Ouija board for God knows what reason, and I guess because he wanted to use it. So we decided as a group collectively, there was like 8-9 of us,
8.
that we,
Okay.
that we were going to go into this abandoned house and use a Ouija board to contact the afterlife.
Dun dun dun.
As you do with Hasbro products.
As you, our Hasbro
Duh.
products are...
What do you think Connect 4 is? Summoning demons, obviously. We're just slowly plinking the lights into the proper orders to open up portals. To bring
Exactly.
forth
Every
demons.
Hasbro product has a secret paranormal thing that it does.
Yeah, like Jenga, summon Cthulhu.
It's like, yeah, Jenga summon Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Obviously.
you draw those blocks in the right order and you just summon Cthulhu. Yeah.
That would be more than terrifying.
I just imagine them.
Any HP
Pentagram,
Lovecraft
pentagram,
monster.
Jenga.
Pentajenga.
Anyway, so we went to this house.
Pentaga.
Went inside. Went inside. Explored it a little bit, probably for like 10-15 minutes. Before we actually sat down there. We all sat down in the living room, and it was me and my friend CJ, who me and my friend CJ who actually did. We actually put our fingers on the glass, the ghost tube, or whatever we called it. when
The
we all-
remote controller.
The
Yeah, whatever
remote
that,
controller.
whatever that thing is. I think it's called.
medium.
It's called
The communication medium.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. That sounds That sounds scientific.
It's all sciencey and shit. Good job, Lee. I'm proud of you.
I was just being an ass.
I know.
So he was actually the best one.
The best ass. Ooh.
So we all sat in this circle. And me and CJ sat in the middle of it with the Ouija board, and we asked if anyone was there. We asked a couple of times, and then it started moving after like the third time we asked. It went to yes, because it would be weird if we were like, "Is anyone there?" and it said no. Okay.
Are you lying? It just like shakes a little.
Bead of sweat drops down.
Raindrop falling on my head. I'm out of here, man. The board said no. I got rained on. I'm out.
Oh my god.
We're inside and it rained on me.
And we asked for its name. It said Mary.
Mary.
So Mary, it was the ghost. And we asked if she meant it any harm, and she said no, thankfully. Thankfully. And we just went on and we started asking her a bunch of questions. Like we asked what she did. She said she died at a young age, along with her sister. I don't think I mentioned that last time I told it, but Mary had a sister and a little lamb.
So how'd the rest of the night go?
And we were doing it, just asking her a bunch of questions going on, and she said that she stayed at the house because her parent she died at a young age due to like some heart problem. But she wanted to stay and keep her parents safe, so she stayed at the house. But apparently she was being trapped there by a demon named Desmond.
Desmond the demon.
Desmond the demon. Pretty demonic name. I mean, it has demon in it.
Does it?
Yeah. Desmond. Demon.
Demon, yeah. Honestly, kind of a
You
lame
dropped
name.
the S and the second D.
It's not a Z. Crap.
What?
I spelled Desmond with the Z.
Des.
Desmond.
And
Desmond.
and we asked if we were in any danger if Desmond was there, and she said no. He comes back. He comes back around like midnight.
Midnight 30.
Yeah.
He's just gonna come strolling through the door. Desmond,
Hey guys, what's up?
kicking the door, waving the 4-4. Desmond's like, "Hey,
And
buddy."
he's like, honey,
Guys, how things over here still trapped? Okay, I'll be on my way now. He's a polite demon.
He could be. You're politely never gonna leave this house. What?
And so after that, we asked her a few more questions. She asked for our names, which we were not supposed to do, but we did it because we're idiot teenagers. So we did give Mary all our names, which Mary could have been Desmond the whole time.
Desmond. Damn time.
He was the whole damn time. But
He was the demon all along.
and we asked a few more questions, and then all of a sudden the thing started moving everywhere, like in random letters. Whoops.
Bump the mic.
I did just bump the mic. And we only got a few letters. We got like a G, a T, and then an O, and an O and a T. So we were like, oh god. The only thing we could say is get out.
Was your hands on
Get
it
out.
when that was moving around like crazy?
Yeah. Well, I was able to keep up with it, but I wasn't stopping it.
So you ran.
Yeah, and so we ran out the house. We all ran, and I was fucking terrified. I couldn't sleep that much for a couple of days. I kinda.
So you ran out of the house.
I did. I ran out of the
You didn't
house.
sleep well?
Couldn't sleep well for the next few days.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
kept
interesting.
thinking, because
Desmond's
placebo effect, and and random events. You know, if you think something spooky's happening to you, sometimes you'll think into things that are happening and be like, oh
Sometimes
god,
it's spooky.
like
Yeah.
something will fall over or something from like
He's
the
like, the
wind.
fuck was that? This place is haunted. Like, no,
And
it's
okay,
you got rats.
and so
You got tons of rats. They're living in the walls. I
But
hear them scratching.
since I told this story, I have an update about it. So I went to Montana to see my friend CJ and Jonathan.
Okay.
And we were drunk one night, and I was like, CJ, random thought. I just gotta ask this. When we did the Ouija board in the house,
Yeah.
were you moving the glass? And he looked at me dead in the eyes and he was like, yeah, I did move it.
What an ass!
What ass?
What an ass! That's okay. Sometimes you gotta play along with it. Someone's gotta be the sheep.
So, I actually have an idea for a skit that involves an Ouija board.
No! I will not be involved!
That's okay. We'll do it with Damien and Carolyn. It'll be fine. Like,
No.
we'll do it at his place. You won't have to be a part of it.
Nope. Won't happen. Don't come in.
The channel will be
I'll get
haunted.
possessed. It'll be fine.
The channel will be haunted.
You can drop. Nope. Nope. You come over, you're gonna have a week fucking holy cleansing before you come over to my house. You drop some bad juju in my house, I'm gonna be pissed.
I wasn't talking about doing it in your house.
I'm gonna be pissed. No, you just show up a week later and fucking Ghost McGooger fucking shows up with you. He lives in my fucking
Fucking
AC
Ghost
unit now.
McGooger.
Fucking dick. Why'd you
Well,
fucking do this?
I feel like Ghost McGooger would be kind of a fun ghost.
I don't think so.
He just like post some pranks every now and
Fuck
then.
you. You don't know.
Like you'll like make yourself
Okay.
a sandwich, turn around to grab a drink,
What's the
turn
word?
back, and there's a giant bite taken out of it. Like, oh, Ghost McGoober.
Just playing like however many games of competitive Overwatch. Midway through the game, turns off the Xbox.
Oh, just like, dude, I was doing so good. I almost got promoted to the next rank.
Disconnects the Wi-Fi. Just floats the TV out of the building. Oh, I don't want any of that. The Ghost McGooger sounds terrible.
The controller just stops floating out of your hand.
No, I don't want that.
But he also feels bad, so he occasionally does nice things for you.
No, Keaton, Ivy would just stare at him like, nope.
Ghost McGooger.
Ghost McGoober. But I also have another story that I don't think I told last time that I actually believe is real.
Do you?
Yes. This is a quick one. Maybe like
Oh, quick.
2-minute story.
All right.
I barely remember this almost. I was like 5.
Okay.
5'4". And I was sleeping in my bed one night
Okay.
upstairs in England.
In England, across the pond.
Yeah, across the pond.
All right.
And I woke up. And at the foot of my bed, there was a woman standing there. An older woman in a long white gown,
Okay.
just looking at me. And I kind of freaked out, and I ran out of my room. I freaked out and ran out of my room, and I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, there's a lady at the end of my bed.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever experience it again?
And I explained, no, I didn't actually. And I explained what, best to my 5-year-old brain knowledge.
Explanatory ability.
Yeah, my explanatory abilities. I tried to explain what she looked like and stuff. And my mom said that I pretty much almost perfectly described her mom, who died a few years before that.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Where did
So,
mom
my
die?
mom-
Did mom die in that house?
No, my mom thinks that my mom's
Maybe
mom is
your
my guardian angel.
Maybe your grandma was watching.
If you believe in angels and stuff.
Yeah, that's your guardian.
My guardian.
energy.
Yeah, my
That's
guardian
everything.
energy, whatever you
You're
want to
gonna
call
get.
it.
She's gonna zap herself and probably go away forever, but to sacrifice herself to protect you from
Yeah.
the evil monsters. That's why there's no one chasing you.
Yeah, exactly.
kind of on that same subject, my sister is really into spirituality and stuff, and she years ago went and saw a psychic, and was told by the psychic that there is a gypsy woman watching over her, protecting her, and one of our ancestors is a
Was a
gypsy.
gypsy.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
so that's an interesting little thing.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry, you were saying?
You know, I feel like I have had times where like I feel like some like strange energy behind me or something.
Yeah.
Or something, or like
I've
like a
never-
gentle like I even feel like I felt like a gentle like caress.
I mean, driving to the United States a couple times, like, because we'll drive all night. There's a
Yeah.
couple times that, like, you'll hit certain areas at certain times
Oh,
of the night.
the energy changes, and you can instantly feel
Fuck
it.
outta
You can
here.
instantly feel it in the
We're
air.
doing 100 to 80. We were supposed to be doing 80, now we're doing 110. Like, nope, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've never gotten anything like that. Maybe I'm just like not sensitive to it, but yeah, I've never had like any sort of crazy energy or feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like I'm a catalyst half the time. It's annoying. I hate it.
yeah. So my spoopy story.
Ooh, yes, spoopies.
Spoopy story.
So this was back when I was a lifeguard at Boy Scout camp. This
So,
was
like, a year ago?
No, it's much longer than that. This was in 2009? 2010. This is 2010.
Okay.
So the way we do the summer camp program is the first 2 weeks were JROTC. And the camp itself it's a square mile, and it's on top of this giant nature preserve called Jonathan Dickinson.
Okay.
And
Familiar with it.
Yes.
yeah. And the actual main camp is only within like the first like quarter of the square mile, and then like the extra like extended camp is in one of the other quarters, and then
It
the
took
other
me
half.
a little while to understand, because after I was looking up square miles for like how large Lake Okeechobee was, I was like, it took me the longest time to fully figure out what a square mile is.
Yeah.
I was like, just couldn't wrap me in math. We don't
Yeah.
work out so well.
Yeah, so
Not
so
by
the the entirety of the actual used camp is in the first square mile. What the fuck is all this blue shit on my
Oh,
hands?
that could be the coaster.
Oh, it is
yeah, I have it
absolutely
too.
the coaster.
Huh. Maybe that's why it's white. What did you touch? Did you pick it up?
I've just had my hands kind of on the coaster.
Throw them in the trash.
Goodbye, coasters. After this episode. So anyway,
That's the last episode.
the second half of the camp is completely unused,
Terrible.
and we have a nature trail. It's a 5-mile trail, and it like zigzags through like the back half of the camp. And the JROTC have a navigation course that they go through that back half of the camp, kind of following that path in the process of doing it. And they like have like their sat nav and all that. One of the groups got off trail and were kind of lost for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so they're like forcing their way through like some wilderness. They just knew that like camp was in this general direction. So they just were forcing their way through all the wilderness until they hit a road.
Yeah.
And on their way, they almost stepped on a human skull. And the kid that like almost stepped on it stopped, took a step back, and were like, "Guys, there's a body here."
There's a body.
And they sure enough, like they clear out some more of the brush a little bit so they can get through, and they see that it's tied, like there's a rope tied to the branch, like from that tree, like all the way up. And so they report it. Our camp director goes out, checks on it, and he's like, "Okay, yep, found it. Here it is." Calls in the police. Like they come and they clear out as much of the remains as they can, considering how overgrown it was.
Yeah.
And one of the staff members that was there with the cops is like, "We should probably try to take this rope down." And the cops was like, "Yeah, it's not really needed anymore as part of evidence. Like, obviously, like somebody hung themselves and they've been here for a while."
Lord.
And so when he tried to pull the rope down, it was so dry rotted that it snapped halfway, whipped back up the tree, and wrapped around it a few times. Yeah.
So it was there.
Yeah, so like that rope is there. I think to this day it's still there.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So
Super creepy.
when the cops looked into it more,
Creeps.
Yeah.
like when the cops are looking into it more over like the next day or two, they found out that it was a kid named Jamie A. Jepson, who he lived in one of the neighborhoods next to camp. He went like wrote a suicide note and everything. This was a year beforehand, so his body was there for a year. They found his bike, like around the time that he wrote the suicide note. They found his bike in Jonathan Dickinson at the main entrance, miles from where his body was found.
Miles.
So he was wandering through the woods for hours. He did not want to be found. And
Did you find out his name? I think I missed his name.
Yeah, he told his name.
Yeah, Jamie A. Jepson.
Jamie A. Jepson.
Yeah. I feel like the last... No, there's something else to this. You were telling us this earlier. You told us before. No, there's more.
There is. I'm getting to that.
More.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that. So there there was a controlled burn scheduled for later that week for that whole like half a camp. The area of camp is called Trophy Hadjo. And so it was the entirety of Trophy Hadjo was part of a controlled burn. And before the burn, Aaron Flack and Arlo came up to me and were like, hey, we talked to Stuart, who was the camp director. He's like, we want to put this soul to rest. Obviously, he's a tormented soul. He killed himself. Like, we have everything we need. We just need an extra person to be there. Plus, also, you had to be a certain age to drive the golf cart, which I was. And he was like, we already got permission from Stuart. Like, we just need you to take us out there. You don't have to do anything. Just be there. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down for that. On the way out there, the trail itself was a little bit overgrown, but not too much. So we're hitting little bits of like branches that are like hanging over, just like kind of clipping them as we go. One of them, after we hit it, a spider lands on Arlo. And he's flat out just like, nope, bad juju, not going to be a part of it. Turn around, take me back. And
that's like, yep.
Yeah, and we're like, okay.
That is
As soon as we try to turn around, we hit a really bad patch of sugar sand that was on the road. And so we all have to get out and push, like while I'm like holding the gas, trying to like get it going. And as like when we finally gain some traction and we start moving, and Arlo and Aaron jump in. So Arlo's next to me, Aaron's behind me on the like rear bench. As we hit that, this like giant fucking branch that was like off to the side of the road hits the driver's side tire, flings up, cracks me across the knee, and then whips up into the air and hits Aaron on the shin. And like, so we got to some flat ground. I stopped and I was like, I just got fucking hit by a branch. And Aaron was like, yeah, me too. And like Aaron's reasoning was, he was like, so something is there. It doesn't want Arlo to be there, but it wants me and you there. And we're like, that's fucking weird. And our buddy
Where do you
Tate.
get the reasoning out of that? I understand the spider is an omen, but why this? Where do you get the reasoning from the stick?
Because it was stopping us from leaving, or trying to stop us from leaving.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
It probably
Because you got
sensed
stuck in the ground and the boodoo. All right.
Yeah.
It probably sensed that Arlo was more of the spiritual.
Yeah.
The spiritual one.
But
I think, maybe.
But yeah, so when we got
Arlo was the one who left.
Yeah,
exactly.
Arlo was the one who left. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got back to main camp, when we dropped off Arlo, we were like, let's go talk to Tegan, because Tegan was Wiccan. And he had already offered to like help. Like they got like a few things from him in the first place when they got the idea. And he was like, if you need me to help, like let me know. So we explained it to him. He's like, okay, yeah, let's go. We get out there, and the way that we know where the tree was the trail that we were taking to get there meets at a T, like a perfect dead end.
Mm-hmm.
If you look straight out from that dead end, there's a tree, the actual tree, and it's like a perfect hangman's tree. It's a standalone tree. There are no other trees around it, and it goes like, it's a big fucking tree, and halfway up, the lowest branch comes straight out perfectly, and there's no other branch until you get to the top of the tree. And we're like, that's the tree. Yeah, so we're like, that's it. So we push our way through all the brush. We get out there. Aaron does his thing. Tegan does his thing. And like go through the whole ritual, put the spirit to rest. Turn around. On the way back, Aaron like asks us to stop. So we do, like we stop for a second. And he asks Tegan, he's like, did you feel anything while we were out there? And Tegan was like, yeah, there is definitely some kind of presence there. And I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't feel shit. And they're like, well, something is definitely there. Something drew Jamie to that spot.
To that tree.
Yeah.
Is the tree dead?
Nope. It's a live, healthy tree.
Creepy.
And so a few days later, after the controlled burn, we just out of curiosity, Aaron, and this was like at like noon, because like we didn't have he worked in the kitchen. I didn't have a class to teach. He's like, let's go check it out, just see like if the rope is still there or something.
After the burn.
After the burn.
After we
Yeah.
go
So
back.
we go out there and like everything is just pure ash. There's like no overgrowth, no nothing.
When you set those controlled burns, it's crazy to see like what's left.
Yeah, and like you could see like all like the taller trees, they're still green on the top, but they're like burned like halfway.
Yeah, they're just charred.
Yeah. They're not damaged, they're just kind of like blackened a little bit. So we go out to the tree, and in a perfect 3-foot circle around the tree is still green. The tree is completely untouched. Everything that was growing outside of that circle but had branches going into it, the branches that were inside the circle were untouched, but everything outside was charred.
Yeah, that's some.
And
It's one of those things that you have to like take a picture of.
Yeah, and Aaron was flat out. He's just like, so I've seen enough, huh? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And
I honestly just never look back at that tree.
yeah, we so every year since then, they there's a little cross with Jamie's name on it, like planted at the tree. The rope, since the last time I was there, was still there, and every year, we've made a point that if we're in camp that summer, at any given point, at least once we go out and visit Jamie, and we'll like leave a pine cone or something for him. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Interesting.
But found out later, Chofi Hajo is a Indian burial ground.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That tree's probably planted exactly right on a grave.
I will not.
It's possible.
Be joining you there.
I kind of want to see the tree, honestly.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd probably still freak the fuck out half the time. We're doing it in the middle of the day.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
I am
absolutely.
not. I don't think you could pay me enough to go to fucking. You could probably pay me enough, but it'd be a lot.
yeah, I've gone out there
Yeah.
at night a few
Yeah.
times when we've done
It'd be
it.
a lot.
A lot more than what you're willing to offer me.
Yeah. Alright, final thoughts on this beer.
Yeah.
I've almost finished it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I have
I like
grown
it more as it. I
grown
likes it
into
more.
a lot.
Likes it more. Well, I like it more as it. Likes.
Yeah, it's growing on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Like this is easily like an 8 for me.
This would be a good lunchtime beer. With like if you're gonna have a lunchtime like light lunch beer, it's definitely got the fruity notes that you want from an orange flavored beer. An orange.
And I feel like the fruity notes come out even more when you drink while you drink it.
Yeah.
The more you drink it.
Yes. As
It builds on top of itself, yeah.
It's not like I said earlier. It's not so much blood orange. It's still orange. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say I don't hate it. So
No, first sip. If I was going off first sip,
Hate
I'd
it.
probably give
Instantly hate
it
it.
like a 3. But
Yeah.
after going it,
It's
yeah.
a solid more than okay. I'll
More
give
than
it
okay?
a 6 because I hate.
I was
the
thinking
beer.
a 6 too.
All right.
Still very good.
Cool. All right. Well,
Alright.
yeah, we had a slightly longer episode than usual for
but
for this one, but
it's
hope you
all-
guys enjoyed. If you have anything you want us to talk about, please let us know. We're really, really low on topics. We need some topics.
Please,
Anything.
we need conversation.
Yeah, like
Absolutely anything. We may tell you no on some of them. Don't get too crazy.
yeah. But yeah,
I'd actually like to see him go.
yeah.
crazy.
Thank you for
like to
watching.
see me
Hope you
crazy
enjoyed
too.
our hope you enjoyed our crazy ghost stories. And hopefully nothing goes wrong with the audio, and we can actually upload this one
Yeah.
this time.
That'd be
Well, the
good.
spooky ghost is gonna get our audio.
Yeah, that would be very upsetting.
Dun, dun,
Alright.
dun.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.